Hey, welcome back to Everything Fly Fishing. In this video, we're going to give you my streamer pattern because Keith Cole wanted a streamer, and E. Richards commented and said he wanted a steelhead fly. And Mr. Richards, I think this fly would do great for steelhead. I know it does killer on bass, and it's deadly. Winter streamer pattern on my favorite creeks here in PA. And I got an interesting story for you at the end of this video. So make sure you watch this video and tie them. They're so easy, you're not going to believe it. Now, on to the video. I found these hooks in a plastic container, and I didn't know what size they were. And I knew they were streamer hooks, so I didn't know what size they were. So I'm going to show you here how you gauge them to find out, in case you ever find hooks and you want to know what size they are. If you're watching our videos and you're like, wow, he wants to tie it on a size 12. I don't know what size these are. You just gauge them. These are size 8s. So now you know, size 8 streamer hook. We're going to start this fly by debarbing the hook. Make sure you debarb your hooks. Makes it so much easier to get them hooks out. Now, a lot of times when I'm fishing these flies, these streamers, it's fast water, quick water, or heavy water, they do real well. I like to put lots of lead in them. So you add your lead as much as you want, as you think you want, as how fast you want the fly to sink. I put a lot of lead. I like that to hit the water and go down and then stand there and count it. And then, well. Anyway, I had a lot of lead. Then we add our white thread, 70 denier white thread is what we use. We'd like to use really thin thread right behind the lead, and you're gonna go up, and then you're gonna make like a ramp, taper it like your lead, and you're gonna taper it up over your lead, and go back up over the lead, taper it up there, come back over the lead. Then you're gonna head cement all this. I like to head cement it, seal that lead off. All right, now this is gonna be kind of hard to see. But you take your tail, and I don't like to make my tail too big. I don't like the tail hanging way out past the hook. I've seen fish come up and hit the tail of the fly and just get the tail and not the hook. So I started moving my hooks back, and my tail is smaller, even on my woolly buggers. I get more hook sets that way. So make our tail small, and then we're gonna tie it in right behind the tail. Tie the tail in. We're going to pull, we're going to wrap a couple thread wraps to tie the tail down, and pull the rest of the marabou feather back, and add some thread wraps in front of the marabou. Now, you want to find the rest of what's left of that feather and cut that off, the part you didn't wrap around the hook shank. and cut it off. Now you just want to form your head, much the bigger head as you want. Form your head, whip finish it, head cement it, and that's it. Now I realize that this fly looks like a big fluff ball. I realize that, but we'll discuss that at the end of this video. So make sure if you're still watching, you stay tuned to the whole video. Because this is the easiest fly to tie. We'll take a closer look at it. We're going to run our thread back up to the eyelet of the hook. And then you can whip finish it or half hitch it if you prefer there. So then you're going to go back and take that extra marabou feather. Instead of cutting it off like you would on a woolly bugger, you're going to wrap that hurl style. Now, if you don't have the rotational vise like ours, you're just going to wrap it like you would a hackle up to the front. Make sure you cover all the hook. And when you get up to the eyelet of the hook, you're going to hold that feather in one hand, kind of off at like a 45-degree angle, pulling on it, and then you're going to take your thread and wrap it, tie it off with a couple thread wraps. Then you're going to pull all the feather back and then make a head of the fly, tying all that material down in the front of the fly, right behind the eyelet. And that'll be like, it'll be like a taper, and you'll have all the material tied down. You'll have tied the feather down when you pull it forward and rack a couple thread wraps, but when you pull it back and tie it down, it'll make a cone head to it, and it'll also help pull that marabou down. Hey, thank you for watching our video all the way to the end. And at the very end of this video, you have a chance to subscribe. So please do. Makes a big difference on what the content we can give you. And like always, give it a thumbs up. Now this fly was developed by me. I don't know, people might have been tying it for years. I know you can't buy it in fly shops. Because I didn't want to go through all that hassle to tie on hackle and Chanel to make a woolly bugger. So I was lazy one day, and I tied up about 4 of these. And I was like, hell with it. I'm going to try it on the water as soon as I go to the water next time. And I was like, it's not going to work. It's a big fluff ball. But what actually happens, when this fly hits the water, it goes real thin. And it looks like a mini. And then when you pull on it, like if you're stripping and you pull on it and then stop, it'll go thin, and it'll get a little bit bigger and breathe. And I think that's the action that this drives the fish crazy, but it works. And if you tie this, do not sit there and start picking away at that hackle so it's not such a big fluff ball. Do not, because this is how it works. And I tried adding bead heads, hackle in front, Chanel at the very end up by the eyelet. Nothing works as good as the original one that I just showed you, and it is so easy. Once you start tying these up, you'll be like, holy crap, I tied 10 of them and it was 15 minutes ago I started. Yeah, they're that easy. Weigh them heavy, weigh them not at all. Sometimes they hit them really close to the surface. But it is an amazing fly that you have to tie. Trust me, put some of these in your thing next time you, in your jacket, whatever, next time you go to the water, and you want a streamer fish, put one of these on when the water's a little high, and you'll come back and go, wow. And also, suggest this to all your friends. So like I always say, check out our affiliates in the description below. You can always find the recipe to this fly below, and it could be much of one because this is way too easy to tie. And always, thank you for watching our videos. Keep them subscribers coming. We're almost at 500. I got a really neat thing when to show you what we're giving away at 500 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button. Hey, welcome to the end of our video. Here, you can check out our time videos there, fishing videos there, a video just for you there, and subscribe there. Please do. We're always putting out videos. You're going to miss them. Don't miss them. Keep your lines wet, out of the trees, and only give them fish a sore lip.